Okay, so Hallie, I want to dive into something that came up in that answer. So I think we can say all businesses are probably looking at diversification differently after this because
Yeah.
they got exposed in ways they didn't anticipate. It's
Mhm.
just because they never really thought about a pandemic and how that might change their business model. So I want to take that idea of diversification and I want to apply it to our careers. So
Yeah.
how do we think about our careers and creating a more diversified or a little more weatherproof career strategy going forward? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah. So thinking about what your kind of transferable skills would be that could go across any industry and across any organization, whether it's in person or remote. So in a way, it's kind of going back to basics a little bit, because people will say, okay, I've been in this job forever and, my skill set and my expertise is so narrow. But if someone like me or a friend or family member or whatever takes a look at their resume with them for a few minutes and says, well, look, basically you're a project or a program manager. You're just doing it in this particular way. The more we can kind of, I don't want to say simplify it in a bad way, but kind of simplify it and get back to the basics of what you're doing kind of beyond and outside of all of that inherent expertise. That's where you can start to think about, okay, where can I apply these skills in other ways? And a lot of times, by the way, too, it's going to be those soft skills like relationship building, whether if you're more extroverted and you're just great with connecting with people very quickly, well, how can you apply that in other ways and working remotely as well? So it's going back to looking at what those transferable skills are that can go across all different areas and enhancing and beefing those up and then tailoring your resume and your LinkedIn in those directions a little bit more. So taking out maybe some of the specifics and saying, look, this is how, it's more like skill-based versus expertise-based, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Are there any industries or particular roles that you think are going to be even more viable going forward? Like great ones to kind of look at or pursue because they're likely going to come out stronger after all this?